Recording in progress.
All right, everybody, welcome into the Tuesday edition of the live training. Hope everyone's having a good start to their week. Hopefully everyone's recording some videos, having a good time doing that. Welcome into the new folks and the returners. If you are new to Dubb, maybe you're on a free trial, maybe you just got on a paid plan, but you're just getting going with Dubb, you're in the beginning stages. If you want to put a 1 into the chat with your industry, that would be great, just so we know where you're at. And if you want to put a 2, you've had Dubb for a while, a 2 in the chat would be awesome. If you want to do that, which would be really informative and cool. A lot of the names I recognize in here as far as returners, but let me pop over to the ones to say hello to them. Kim, let's see. Let me come over to you, Kim. Kim Donahue, if you can hear me okay. If you want to say hello, feel free to unmute and say hi if you want to.
Hi there.
Good to meet you, Kim.
I'm in Sarasota in real estate.
Great.
Not real good with the video.
Hey, that's okay. I mean, a lot of times, the whole idea behind this thing anyway is, and this is something coaching we do with a lot of people, is just being you, being very authentic, being yourself. I mean, real estate is one of those things where, as you know, I mean, it's relationship based, it's visual. It kind of feeds into a lot of the stuff that we do. Kim, do you work with sellers, buyers, FSBOs, expireds, all the above? Who do you work with?
75% sellers and 25% buyers.
Got it. And then residential only, commercial too, or just residential?
Just residential. I've been doing it for over 32 years.
Yeah, look, I think we have a lot of real estate folks that use Dubb, and I think I'm going to show you some cool tech that's related to what you'd be doing. But I think the one thing that people that have used it, it's like finding what kind of your kind of superpower is, like your knowledge of real estate, these little like things that you can relate to the folks. And it seems like video has been a good way to do that. And with the tech I'm going to show you, it's a good way to practice.
I want to utilize it with my blog because I have a huge blog following through my social media.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think that would be really good, especially with the newsletter that's growing. So.
Yeah. The newsletter, you want to be able to put that out to your folks. You want to be able to do your social posts, have a link below that. All the videos you create, you want to have a link to the blog below there. It's all related. So yeah, that's cool. Where are you at in the country again, Kim? Where are you located?
Sarasota, Florida.
Oh, nice. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, a lot of cool visuals down there. Well, Kim, look, these trainings are in here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. PST. They're going to be on YouTube support. Probably we're live right now on the platform, so it's in the live section of Dubb support on YouTube. But I'll put it in the chat right now. So what people will do that come in, they'll see to the part of the training they want, whether it's reaching out on LinkedIn, doing property update, whatever it is, go to that specific part of the training, watch it later, and then go back and kind of start learning it that way, which is, piece by piece. So I'm going to put this in the chat right now. This is the link to Dubb support. So I just popped it in there. And then if anybody here, including yourself, Kim, when you first are recording the videos, giving it a shot, right? If you want to send for feedback, and this goes for returners as well, there's an email that I just put in there, feedback@Dubb. So if you ever want to send something over, say, hey, what do you think? We can give you feedback. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, good to meet you, Kim. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in as I'm kind of moving along. We're going to show the different tech and kind of give some different strategies and do the basics.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to meet you. And let's see, who else did I see a 1 in there? I saw a few. I saw Jose Molina. Let me come over to you, Jose. If you want to say hello, feel free. If you'd like to say hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, good to meet you.
Likewise.
So what brings you our way?
Well, I'm a mortgage guy. Started in real estate in the 80s and I transitioned into hard money and then traditional lending, and now I'm a broker.
Okay.
So this caught my eye. It's just anything that I might be 64 years old, but I'm not unwilling to change.
Yeah. Well, you've got a young voice, my friend.
Thank you. Well, young spirit.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. Well, I think, the biggest thing is once you decide on your use case, like for you, like how do you get your prospects? Like how do they kind of come your way?
I would say about 70 to 80% are real estate agents.
Okay.
And the rest of it is mostly past clients. past, and friends and family.
Yeah.
Just business owners.
Well, a lot of the when we show the screen recording part of this, because I'm going to go over a part about LinkedIn where you can reach out on people's profiles. So you can pull up, a real estate person's website, their photo, where they are, location, put yourself in a bubble and be right on their page talking directly to them. So that's a nice, cool visual way to do it. There's some other styles that I'll show in a little bit, but that one kind of pops in my head right away.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we'll show that. So if you have any questions, pop them in there. We'll move it along. And great to meet you, Jose. Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And then I also saw, let's see, Mike. I saw you're in advertising. Hey, Mike. Mike Copeland. Let me come over to you, Mike. How are you, Mike? If you can hear me okay.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, nice to meet you. Excited about exploring the Dubb platform. I work with Cumulus Media in Atlanta, selling both radio and digital, and I've done that for 30 years in that space. And last year, I got my real estate license, so I'm doing both now. I'm rowing both oars, both in the outbound marketing world and media, and now also in the real estate world as well.
Mike, you've got a great radio voice.
I did that before I decided that they didn't make any money.
Yeah, I know. I kind of miss radio though. Radio was fun back in the day, but that's awesome, man. So combining those two, I mean, my God, yeah, visuals and everything. You're kind of in the right space for using video for both of those.
Yeah, so absolutely. I'm super excited to learn more. I've used a couple of other platforms in the past, and this is my first foray into Dubb, so I'm excited to learn.
That's awesome. Well, good to meet you, Mike. Thanks for coming in.
Nice to meet you.
And let me see. I also saw T Aura. I'm sorry, I only see the first initial T and last Aura. Let me go over. I saw that was a 1. Hey, T Aura, if you can hear me okay. I'm not sure if there was a misspelling in the name there, but hello. If you can hear me okay. Looks like you're still on mute. If you want to put, say hello in the chat. I saw you put a 1. If you want to unmute, feel free if you'd like to. Looks like it's still on mute, but and let's see. I also saw in here Daryl Johnson. I saw Daryl. I saw you put a 1 in there as well. Let me come over to you really quick, Daryl. Let me find you in the list here. Let's see. Where are you, Daryl? Where are you hiding? There you are. Hey, Daryl. How are you? Let's see. If you want to say hi, Daryl, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to be here.
Yeah. So what brings you our way?
Well, I saw your program and what you all do and decided to get involved. I'm like Jose. I'm 64 also.
Hey.
Been in both of my industries for all of my adult life. One of them is real estate related. I invest on the back end of real estate. I'm in the legal field with that.
Oh, nice.
I do what's called surplus funds in California. After a foreclosure, state of California property appreciates like the sun comes up. So there's a lot of monies left over, and I've been a court records expert for LexisNexis for over 30 years. So I kind of know where all these $50 million in court assets are sitting at. So I just go after them. That's what I do on the back end. And I have a duality. I'm also an NCAA football recruiter. So
nice.
I get students scholarships to go to college and to play football in college and ultimately go to the NFL, that type of thing. So I get to yell at people all day from the legal to the sports.
I love that. I'm a former D3 hooper, but but I love any of that kind of stuff. That's awesome. You can do a lot of cool visual stuff with the mobile app with that. All right, my creative brain's gonna go nuts.
Okay.
That's cool. That's awesome. What's good you're doing that thing? The duality is always nice. So that's
yes,
cool.
sir. Yes, sir.
Well, good to meet you, my friend. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in.
Nice to meet you as well.
And I saw one more. I saw Zachary over here in recruiting. Let's see, Zachary. Let me come over to you real quick, and then we'll get moving. Zachary, where are you in our list? Zachary, going down the list. Where are you? There you are. Okay. What's up, Zachary? If you can hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. How's it going?
Good to meet you.
Yeah, I looked at the program about a year ago, and I'm in a recruiting coaching program, and they said it's really been amazing. So
Sweet.
A lot of people are not answering the phone, and so this is a way to force myself into their doorstep.
Yeah.
And so they can see the passion, personality, and make a connection.
Yeah.
And I'm also have 2 junior recruiters, so trying to show them the way. And we are really amped up about technology scaling. And I think this is going to help our scaling a lot, I hope.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea. It's like having the human version of you, but scaling the human version of you, because we've noticed in the last year, I mean, AI, we have AI stuff that I'm going to show in a bit, but supportive AI. So I think people are kind of yearning for the human connection now more than ever, even though AI is peaking in terms of trying to the mimicry of a lot of that, so it's interesting. Yeah. Interesting time, especially with recruiting in terms of making that connection. Yeah.
Well, I waited a year and then I just went full board on a couple days ago. I wrote 9 scripts. I loaded them in. Once I'm in, I did send my first Dubb video this morning.
Oh, sweet. Congratulations. Nice.
I just ripped off the seal. So hopefully we'll learn more today and
that's great.
Learn more in the classes to come.
Yeah. And check out the reporting. And like I put, if you want to send one over to us too, always feedback at Dubb if you ever want to try something new. So yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, Zach, good to meet you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah. And then, okay, so let's get rocking and rolling here. All right. So let me share my screen and we are going to get moving. We're going to run through the basics. I'm going to show you kind of different ways to record strategy stuff, how we kind of do it. So let me share here and let's begin. Okay. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. Okay. So let's start over here. All right, so when you record a Dubb video, let me get this out of the way. Let me minimize this thing. Okay, here we go. When you record a Dubb video, it's going to be a 3-second animated preview that someone's going to see when you send it out. So when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat, like you see right here. You can technically change that inside of the platform with, any kind of editing slider. When you do a social media video, you have a little slider. You can choose a different thing to be your preview. You can do that within the Dubb platform. But to be efficient, when you hit record here, just know that the first 3 seconds is going to repeat. Now, before you actually hit record, before I'm going to show you the styles here in terms of what we're doing, you want to decide on what your hook is, because you want to have that reason to reach out for that person or that group, and you want to have a hook that's going to make them want to watch your video. So something that we always recommend is, if you're inside the Dubb dashboard here, there is an AI guide called Auto that sits right up here at the top. It's OpenAI, so it's a lot like ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, all those different ones. So whatever one you're using, just tell the AI, say, look, here's my ICP, my ideal client profile. Here's why I'm reaching out to this person or group. Here is the industry, what I would like them to do after watching my video, the action I want them to take. And I need a 3 to 6 word hook that you can provide me that I'm going to use. So give me a list of 3 to 6 word hooks I can use to get them to want to click on my video that's going to encapsulate some of the value that I want to give them, right? Whether it's a question or a statement, whatever it is. So the AI is going to give you that list of 20 to 30, 3 to 5, 3 to 6 word hooks. The reason we say 3 to 6 words are within that range is because this whiteboard that you see right here that I'll explain in a little bit is about 30 something characters, about 3 to 5 words. Also, your subject line of your email when they first see it is probably within that range in terms of what you want to have. So it's from visibility standpoint and for being efficient. So once you have your hook, then you're like, well, how do I want to convey this visually? This style that you see right here is probably the most straightforward style you can get. You're sitting right in front of your webcam. It's recorded right within the Dubb website. And to get the whiteboard that you see that I'm holding right here, you would get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, DUBB-APP. And once you have that, there's a little whiteboard feature where you could type. And the last part of it is, because it's an animated preview, a little wave, little point, little lean, just something simple as that. Doesn't have to be a full-on performance. And this is the most straightforward messaging because it's right there, right in front of their face as you're sitting here smiling. Now, you also can do this with the webcam. So you also can do a virtual background behind. So if you're not holding up the whiteboard and you want to have a virtual background behind you to give that context and that hook, you could have someone's profile, you could have an article you want to share, you could have a form fill that someone filled out, like a screenshot of an action someone took, company's website. You can also do something that looks like this, where you do a combination of both of these things. You can have the virtual background behind you, and you can hold up the whiteboard, which can have that question or that hook. So you can do a combination of both. This works really well if you're in real estate, because if someone is interested in a property, just put that property behind you and have the property address right there, or have that fun fact about the property, or whatever that hook message is that you want to convey. And you can have the screenshot behind you. Now, you also can do screen recordings with Dubb. So something like this, where it's a browser-based screen recorder called the Dubb Chrome extension, which is a little Dubb symbol you see right up here at the top in the browser. So if you have any website that you want to be on top of where you're recording something, where you want to be in a bubble explaining something like this is a market update right here, you can reach out on LinkedIn like I'm going to show in a little bit. This is a really cool way to do it. Now, you'll notice inside the bubble, I'm still holding up that additional hook because we know it's a market update, but there's been a big change in the market. So just think about that extra level of information in terms of that hook that you want to convey, and you can still do that right inside the bubble. Now, if you didn't have that hook and you're just waving and pointing, that works too, but why not take it to another level? So any website that you want to be on top of explaining something like this, the browser-based screen recorder called the Dubb Chrome extension is great for that. Now, you also can use the Dubb desktop app. Let me kind of refresh this here. Hold on. There we go. So the desktop app. So the desktop app is another screen recorder. The difference is the desktop app is like a little drone that flies over everything on your computer. So if you want to get part of a video, be on top of a Canvas slide, be on top of a document, be on top of a site, you can go on top of anything. It also has a cropping ability because notice I'm pushed in more on this site right here to something very specific. So when I show them back to back, the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder and the Dubb desktop app, I'll show you the similarities and differences between the both. But just from a backed up perspective, Chrome, browser, desktop app on top of anything. Now, you also have the Dubb mobile app. So the Dubb mobile app gives you a lot of functionality that's similar to the webcam that we saw earlier. So here I can do a virtual background behind me, and I can also do text on the screen at the same time. I just have to screenshot it on my phone. I also can do the hook that we talked about. So whatever you decide for your hook, just type it out, different font, different color, put above, below, wherever you want to put it. It's all the same idea that you're saying hello and you have that hook right there. Now, there's a very specific one right here called picture-in-picture. This was like tailor-made for real estate folks who have used this. Perfect for property walkthroughs. So it's going to use both cameras on your phone. It's going to record what's in front of you and put you on the screen at the same time. Now, if you aren't in real estate and you want to use this picture-in-picture function, some feasibility use case stuff would be if I'm sitting at my computer and I have a website pulled up and I want to show it, I can physically take my phone, have the picture-in-picture, and just show someone's profile or market update or website or whatever I want. Just physically lean towards the computer. You're able to show them. Oh, sorry, hold on a second. I got somebody that's off mute. Let me see if make sure everybody's on mute here. Okay, there we go. All right. So what you want to do is when you use picture-in-picture, just think about it from a perspective of what are you showing in front of you, and you can put yourself on the screen at the same time. Now, if you're in a live event, right? Say you're out at a meeting, a chamber of commerce, wherever you're at, right? You can record the crowd with your phone, be in the corner, and kind of narrate what's happening at this event, post it to your social, send it to an update to your list of contacts. You also, if you're with a client, right? You're hanging out with your client, you're physically in person with them, you could have them sit across from you, record them with the phone, have you up in the corner, and do a quick little video testimonial right there while you're in person. So it's a pretty cool little combo that you can do. Picture-in-picture on the mobile app. Now, regardless of which style that you choose, and you send this to someone, and someone clicks on it, they're brought to a customized landing page that we call in Dubb terms a preset. So it's going to have your logo to the top left. It's going to have the video that you recorded right here in the middle. And it's going to have a playlist of videos that's going to play right after the initial video that you've created. Now, the power of the playlist is education, being able to really move this forward. It also gives you the ability to record a video one time, a minute, minute and a half, basically your pitch video. Why should someone work with you? That's going to play right after the initial video because the initial videos, like we talked about, should be about that hook, that value that you're conveying. And that way your video about you record it once, it always plays after. And these initial videos should be short. I wouldn't go over a minute, get right into it. 30, 40 seconds is probably a sweet spot, and tell them to take an action once the video is done. Now, if you have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have it right in here because video testimonials kind of closes that loop in terms of hearing the experiences from other people after seeing your valuable video, seeing your pitch video, and then seeing that. So it's a great little lineup. Now, if you don't have video testimonials, I'll show you a little way to get them in 1 second. Now, below here, you also have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do after they have consumed your content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to reply with a video? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a guide, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to check out a case study? Do you want them to leave a review? So there's a number of options you have for buttons below. If you do have multiples, I would go in order of left to right in terms of order of importance. Now, if you want to get a video testimonial, this reply with video button right here is awesome for this. So a lot of Dubb folks over the years that have wanted to get video testimonials, they do something like this. They'll record a video, excuse me, and then they'll have the reply with video button below, and they'll say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thank you so much for using the Dubb platform. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. All you need to do is click that reply with video button below, send me a video right back, and let me know. How was your experience? Or whatever questions you wanted to ask. So when they send that video back to you, you get a little notification inside the Dubb platform. Says, hey, you got a video reply. And then you just make it part of your playlist. And this really completes the loop. Now, over here to the right, you also have your AI assistant, Sia, your sales interactive assistant. And Sia is awesome because it has the ability, and you don't have to have the AI on your page if you don't want to. It's just a little button inside of Dubb. But we've gotten good feedback from it where someone lands here and maybe they're unsure about taking that next step because they have questions in real time. Over here to the right, they can get those answered. So you can have FAQs, you can type a question in here, and then the AI is going to get the information, convey it back to you. And it also wants to keep the momentum going. So when it gives the answer at the end, it's going to say, okay, are you ready to book a time with Rob? So whatever your CTA is, whatever you want them to do next, it gives the answer and wants to keep going. Now, the AI is educated inside the Dubb platform in two ways. One, you can upload a PDF. Two, you can add individual website pages, and the AI will physically learn what's in text on those pages. Or you can do both. And then it becomes educated on what you want it to know, and it helps move things forward. Now, these individual preset landing pages that you see right here, one of the best things that you can do here is have an individual preset landing page for each segment of your audience. So being in real estate, if I worked with buyers and sellers and FSBOs and expireds, all those different splits, I would want a different preset landing page for different parts of my audience. If I was in recruitment and did employers and candidates, great, one for each of those. The same thing with mortgage, insurance, coaching, consulting, finance, any split, nonprofits, any splits that you have in your audience with messaging, have a preset landing page specifically for those. And when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, we do an optimization setup where the team meets you in Zoom and helps you set up the buttons and the pages and everything you need to get going. Now, before we look at how to record these, if all of this sounds interesting to you and you're on a free trial, put upgrade into the chat and I'll have the team check it after and we can send you our best deal we possibly have if you want to upgrade to a paid plan. If you've been on a paid plan for a while, you're on Pro and you're thinking about going to Pro Plus, pay attention towards the end when I'm talking about Pro Plus. If you want to upgrade, we give you the best deal ever. We got Pro and Pro Plus. So, okay, so how would we record these things? So how would we record something that looks like this webcam video? So right inside of Dubb, there's a big red button right up here at the top that says create video. We're going to click on it here and it's going to open up our webcam. Now, if we want the virtual background behind us, all we have to do is go below here, select virtual background. And we have a bunch of stock ones down here, but the power of it is going to your photos. And this is where you would upload like we talked about. Photos of real estate and properties, articles you want to share, websites, anything that's going to give context. And then what you do is you've created this little library for you right here that's created. Select the one that you want, and then it's going to put it behind you visually, just like this. Now, when you use this here, you want to have a good ring light or natural light in front of you. If you are talking with your hands, I would keep them within your shoulders, kind of T-Rex dinosaur arms, because if you go out here, they're going to go into the soup. So you want to keep them right in here. And if you want to get the virtual, if you want to get the whiteboard that you saw with that messaging, right? The whiteboard I was holding up, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb app, it's DUBB-APP. And when you have it, this is what this is going to look like here. So here is the Dubb mobile app. Here is the little button at the top right there, that little square. So when you select that there, that is where you can type your message. So you want to type your hook, type it, turn it. And there it is just like this. And you have it like that. And if you want to do a combination of both, just select the virtual background. And now you can do both at the same time, just like this. So it's up to you. Now, every Dubb recording option within Dubb has a teleprompter option. So if you want to use a teleprompter, they're pretty awesome. We use them all the time. It keeps you so efficient. Just takes a little bit of practice. All you needed to have is a script saved in the Dubb platform. And once you have it, you can access it. So right here on this recorder up here, if I click up here, I can go right to scripting. It says create new script. Takes me right in there to create a script. Or I can pick a script that's already here. I can scroll through them. Or I can type up here a name of a script, and it will pull it up. Now, in terms of the physicality here, you want to be about arm's length away is pretty good. Let the words flow up into your eye line, and you can adjust the speed of it right here, up or down. You can hit the play button to test your speed, see if you like it. You can back the text off, or you can zoom it in closer. Now, if you are reading this, sometimes this happens. You write a script, but then you read it out loud. You're like, oh man, I want to make some changes though. You can go to the pencil icon right over here, make the changes, click save, and you can do it right on the fly. Now, if I'm going to record something, here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to bring my hook up here. I'm going to click record. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit that pause button, stop the recording, stops the teleprompter, click it again, and it resumes. Now, if you want to delete the video, tap that red X. It will always ask you, are you sure, which is a great button. And if you want to save this video into the Dubb platform, it is the check mark right here to save it into Dubb. And if you want to close the teleprompter, just tap this little arrow right here and it closes it. Okay, so straightforward way to record. This here, no virtual background, combination of both. And if you don't use either of those, a little smile and a wave goes a long way. All right, I'm going to save this into the platform now. I'm going to select the check mark and it's going to save it into Dubb. When it's saved into Dubb, it's always going to take you to the video edit page inside of the platform. Now, the video edit page is where you can do some cool stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select a different video just because that's still transcoding. And when I have the video here, you have the ability to change the title up here at the top. Internally, what do you want to call it? Just make sure you hit the check mark when you're done. You have the ability over here to the right to preview what this video looks like on a preset landing page. Let me just preview it before I send it. So I can click this button over here, opens up a new tab. Yeah, there's my video. There's my playlist. There's my AI. There's my buttons. Everything looks great. And if I wanted to change it, I can go right back here to this drop down and see how it says Rob's preset with a check mark. That's my default preset. So everyone has a default preset landing page because when you create a video, it has to have something to land on. So anytime I record something, that landing page that you just saw will always be attached to it, unless I change it to a different preset landing page that I've already created. And it's just one click of a button. I click the one here and it changes everything. Now, you also have the ability to download any Dubb video you save into the platform, the MP4 file of that video. Great for social posting because you can download the MP4, upload it to the different platforms, have a little Dubb link below it. It's really cool to do that. Every Dubb video also has a QR code. So if you're doing any kind of physical mailers, whether they're door hangers, if you're in real estate, any industry that you're in, you're doing mail outs and you have physical stuff going out, make a fun video that, hey, thanks for pulling me off the door. Hey, thanks for pulling me out of the mail stack. You could do something fun like that. If you're doing an open house in real estate, have something sitting right on the counter. Then when they're going to leave and it says, hey, thanks for coming to the open house. By the way, if you want to see similar properties, all you have to do is click that link below. And if you're not in real estate and you're at an event, right, you're at the big meeting or event, you can have a pre-recorded video that you make that says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. Click below to keep in touch. And when you meet people, they just scan the QR code and then they already have that. And if you have a booth there, it's perfect to put a QR code sitting right there as well. Now, you also can upload this directly to your YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel, upload it directly. Now, there is also information down here. First one is analytics. So we have a little AI coach here called Kyra. So if you do record a video and you want immediate feedback from the AI, just click generate. It'll give delivery analysis. It will give you feedback on your content and your visuals. Activity that I mentioned earlier, you can really drill down on, hey, is anybody clicking on the emails? Is anybody, answering with the AI? Is anyone watching the videos? Are they just viewing the page? And if they are watching the video, what's the watch percentage? So I know what they've consumed in terms of learning. And I could follow up in a really smart way. Then you got a details tab. Now this details tab just reminds you, remember, these are the buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant on your page. This is the playlist of videos that will play after your video is done. So if you want to make any changes here, you can delete or add any of these right now. And if I had sent this video out to someone, I already sent it, but I forgot to make the changes that I wanted to make, I can make those right here and it will refresh on the other side. You also have the ability to do editing. Any video that you save into Dubb, you can hit the play button here. Hi, this is, you can drag your timeline to whatever you'd like to cut out. Let's say I want to cut something out. This is my first cut point right here. Just click the scissor icon here, splits the clip in two, play it or drag it to the second cut point right here, scissors. Now you got 3 pieces. And whatever's highlighted in orange, that's going to be the one you're going to delete, click delete, and it's gone. And if you want to bring everything back, just click the undo button, undo, 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 and you are right back to where you started. You also have a design tab. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning, where when you hit record with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is your repeating preview. If you want to change that, you can just take the slider here and just say, hey, what part of this video visually do I like better? And then just click generate thumbnail, and there you go. You also can upload your own thumbnail. But to be efficient, when you hit record, it's better to just do it from the beginning, and then you're ready to go. So I recorded a Dubb video. I got it on a landing page. Now, how do I send this thing out? So to send it out, you just open up a simple compose. And there's a best practice here where you want to have the word video in the subject line right here. It is the very first thing people read. So it's important that that's first. Then you want your hook that we talked about right here in the subject line. Then a little bit of text in terms of why they should watch the video. And then you want to drop the video in. Now you can do that in a couple ways. So right over here inside the platform, there's always a big blue share and send button right here. Click this here, drop the email in for the tracking, add a little personalization text if you want to, whatever text you want. Click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste. And then you drop it right in, and there's that banner at the top. Now, if you have Gmail or Outlook 365, and you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here in the browser that we're going to look at in a second, if you have that, then the little button, Dubb button, is going to show up as a shortcut. So see the Dubb button right down here in Gmail? It's off to the right in add-ins in Outlook 365. When you select that button, it's going to open up the Chrome extension, which we're going to use in a second. But you have the ability to scroll through the video library down to the bottom right to add a video into the email. So it's a shortcut. So you can click insert video, it'll pop it right in, and then you're ready to go. So you can either add it through the platform or right there with the shortcut. Now, in terms of the screen video recordings that we talked about in the beginning, these right here, if we're talking about browser-based screen recording, any website that you want to be on top of and be inside the circle explaining something, Dubb Chrome extension. So Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's a 3-step process to pin it right up here at the top. And we're going to use LinkedIn as an example. But again, this could be any website. So we're going to open up the Chrome here. It's going to physically put me on the page just like this. And now I just want to think about some things here. So first of all, you want to think about the size of your webcam. You can drag the size like this to a custom size. I wouldn't go too big because you don't want to cover the stuff you're showing, probably about here. Then you want to think about your shape. You can change it to different shapes. I would kind of try to match the aesthetic and style of the page that you're on. I'm going to click circle here because Ruben is in a circle. And the last thing you want to think about is where's a cool spot to put me? Where do I want to put myself visually? Well, I'm going to go right next to Ruben right here. Now, I also can zoom myself in. If I want a tighter frame, I can back myself up. I can physically move myself around inside here for a better frame inside here. I can jump to full screen, go back to the page. I also can turn my camera off. So if I want to do an audio walkthrough of a website, I can do that. I also can use my headshot if I want to use my headshot. And I can also use a virtual background behind me if I would like to do a virtual background like you saw before with the webcam. I also have the ability to use an annotation tool, which we'll use in a second. I also have access to a teleprompter. Now, this one's a little bit different because you can physically move this one around. You can manipulate the sides like this. And when you do find your script, it has the same option. You can do the whole speed option right here. You can back the text off. You can zoom it in, all the same stuff. So I'm going to physically take this and put it towards the camera at the top. Now, a thing to remember about the Chrome extension, you want to leave a little bit of room so you can tap this and bring it forward when you're able to use it. If you go forward if you go full screen on the browser, it's going to hide the teleprompter tab. You just won't be able to see it. So you just want to leave it in terms of a little bit of space to tap it to bring it forward to use it. You also have 3 orientations to record. You have camera, which opens up like a webcam. You have tab, which if I hit record right now, it would be a nice clean cut of the page that I'm on. It wouldn't show any of the tab mess I have at the top. And if you go screen, it's going to record your entire screen. So I'd only go full screen if I'd say, hey, Ruben, listen, I want to take you on a little tab journey, and I bounce around to the different tabs. So for this example, I'm going to use tab, and I'm also going to bring in my hook that we talked about before. So I'm going to hit start recording to the right. I'm going to choose the tab that I want. I'm going to click share, and here we go, just like this. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? I wanted to send you this quick video because I did not know that you were in technology, my friend. So I wanted to reach out to you because I think that's pretty cool. You also wrote a book too. That's awesome. So you have the ability to jump to full screen right here when you want to make points. Really cool for breaking the visuals, talking directly to the camera, and going right back. So if you want to do that, you can hover your mouse over your webcam like I'm doing right now, double click it, brings you here, double click to go back. You also can tap this little button here, brings you full, tap here to go back. You can scroll around, be very free flowing as you record, whatever you're most comfortable with. If you want to hit the pause button at the bottom, hit the pause button, stop the recording, and then click it again to resume. You can use the annotations right over here to the left to point things out. You can do text on screen. You can do arrows. You can do put things in numerical order of importance. You can do circles, underline, anything that you want. So this is a really great way to share any website where you don't want to walk someone through something, whether it's a market update, reaching out on LinkedIn, whatever your industry is, where you want to be kind of the center in here in a bubble talking about something. So I'm going to hit the check mark at the bottom like we did before, and it's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. And again, once it's saved in here, it takes you to the video edit page right here. Now, how would I share that video that I just created with Ruben? How would I send it to him? So on LinkedIn, you want to be connected with someone first. You want to be a first connection. It seems like most people connect. Send a little quick connector message. Once you're connected, then click message at the bottom, and you're able to send that to him, and he's going to see that nice animated preview. Now, there's a little Dubb button right in the message window. See it down at the bottom because of the integration we have with LinkedIn? Right there, just like with Gmail, click that little Dubb button, opens up the Chrome that we just used, drop your video in right here, and you can even highlight the text and change it to something a little more specific. Then click send, and there you go. And Ruben's going to get it, that nice preview in his inbox as opposed to text-based messaging. Now, you also have the ability to use the Dubb desktop app. So what we just saw was the Dubb Chrome extension. So the desktop app now is going to be a drone that flies over the top of everything. It's got some cool functionality. So to get the Dubb desktop app, Google Dubb desktop app, download it from Mac or PC. And when you have it, there's going to be a little Dubb symbol. On a Mac, it's up here at the top. On a PC, it'll probably be at the bottom. You can see the functionality sitting right here. I'm going to choose View Quick Menu. Just pops it up right here, and you can see the different functionality. I'm going to hit Record Screen because we're going to compare the two now. So when I click Record Screen, let's look at things that are similar and things that are different than the Chrome. Bubble-wise, everything's the same. All the same functionality that you just saw. The annotation tool does all the same annotations that you just saw. The teleprompter is a little bit different. So teleprompter, you can physically move around, right? Like the Chrome. But when you have a script, there's going to be this little button down here that says auto track. Auto track my pace. Now, if I don't want to do that, and I like auto scroll, I like picking the speed like we did. And the next thing you know, you have your speed choice. So it's either auto track or auto scroll. You have the freedom to choose that. Now, also there's the recording itself. So there's this little red slash down here at the bottom. If I was going to hit record right now, it would get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of that red slash just by clicking on it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of what I'm going to record for the border of what I'm recording. Right now it's on 16:9, landscape for YouTube. So that means I can be on top of anything that I want in this proper format. I also can choose 9:16, portrait. So if I want to do a social media video right from my desktop, I can use this proper format right here. I also can do custom. So if I select custom, I can drop and drag, and kind of crop around anything that I want to crop around. I can get very specific in terms of what I want to show. The last part is going to be the recording itself. So I'm going to tap the record button at the bottom. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording. Now I can pause and resume this recording, but this is the major difference between the desktop app and the Chrome. It is going to be saving this. So normally with Dubb, when you select the check mark, it saves it into the platform. But that's not going to be the case with the desktop app. When I select the check mark below, it's going to open up a preview window, and I have recorded a clip. Now the clip is going to be part of multiple clips that I'm going to merge together into one video, and then I'm going to save it into the platform. So when that happens, it gives you a lot of choices in terms of what you can combine together. Unfortunately, it looks like we got some major latency on this thing this morning. So anyway, the point will be, I'll have to show it at a different time, but you can record different clips of what's happening, and you can merge those clips together into one video, and then you can save it into the platform. You got cropping options. You even have the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of Dubb, which is pretty cool, called Dubb Narrator. Now, I'd show it to you, but there's just some latency issues going on with the clips. So I'm going to show you the Dubb mobile app now, which is similar to the desktop app that I was just showing you. So if you have the mobile app on your phone, Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P, and the mobile app has some really cool functionality because it also is a clip recorder, but it does some other neat things as well. So Dubb app, D-U-B-B-A-P-P, and I'll show you what this looks like right here. Okay, so let me share my screen here, and here we go. Okay, so here is going to be the mobile app. So when you have the Dubb mobile app, here is the home area, and here is your video library right in the middle. And if you're going to record a video, here's how this would look. You're going to tap the blue camera button at the bottom. So when you tap this here, it's going to open up the camera. Now, when you first use the mobile app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute. So what I usually do is I always slide it over to 10. That way I'm not cut off. So I'll slide it over to 10 minutes. And to record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom. And now I'm recording. You can see the timer up here and the timer at the bottom. I can pause and resume this right over here. And to end the clip, I just tap the circle. And now here is the clip that I have just recorded. Now this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone. So I have it in my photo video area in case I need it. I'm going to hit record one more time just so we have multiple clips here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. There's my second clip. Now I can physically move these in any order that I would like. I can take my finger, hold one, slide it. And if I tap a clip individually, I have the ability to download, delete, trim. And if I select the edit button, I can come in here and I can add royalty-free music if I want to. Whatever I want to add. Just make sure you adjust the levels of your voice in the music. I also can do text. So like we did in the beginning, I can come right in here and I can just put my hook right here and then change it to different color, different font, different size, place it wherever you'd like to place it. You also can do a voiceover. Tap the little microphone icon and you can do a voiceover right here. You can do it now or you can do it at the end. You also can speed up your clips all the way up to 10x. So if you have an action shot that you've recorded, you have the ability to do that. You also can do burned in subtitles here, or you can do them at the end. Now, in terms of what you're going to see over here, let me just show you this right here. Let me reshare. So the other functionality that you have when you have these buttons over here to the right, let's see, it looks like I'm frozen here. Let's go back. Okay. So right here, this functionality right here, what do these buttons do here? So if you select the tooltip at the top, it's going to explain what these do right here. Now, this right here is a countdown timer. I always have mine on 3 seconds. There's 3 and 10. I think 3 is kind of the perfect amount of time to hit record, 3, 2, 1, and you're ready to go. But you can do 10 if you want to do 10. You also have video stabilization, which is right here. So if I'm doing a walk and talk and it's a little herky-jerky, you can select this button right here. You can do low, medium, or high. And then once you select it, it basically takes it from this to more like this, just a smoother move. Now, if you want to use the teleprompter, this little button right here, teleprompter is really cool on here. So you can just find your script like you did before, come in here, adjust your speed like we talked about, up or down. You can hit the play button, see if you like that speed. You also can make any real-time changes right here with the pencil icon, because sometimes when you write it and you record, it's a little different. You can make the real-time changes. Now, if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be, and they're searching for the words, I would increase the speed, right? So it meets how you're speaking. Or you can slide everything up like this. You can slide your guardrail up. So when you're reading it here, there's nothing to look at down here. You got to keep your eyes at the top. Also, you can go to landscape. So if you want to do it this way, you can move it just like this and go right to landscape. Now, if you have an iPhone, this is an option for you. So if you select the gear icon to the left, you can go auto track for voice recognition like the desktop apps. You can say, what if your most powerful growth tool, and then it would start highlighting it, moving it. Looks like it's got a little bug, but it gives you voice recognition if you have an iPhone, or you can do auto scroll like this. So it's a choice of one or the other. You also have the ability right here with the folder icon here, that if you recorded a video outside of the mobile app and you want to drop it down here and make it part of the story, you can absolutely do that. Just go here to the folder, select the video you want, add it down here. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, select this button here. You can do black and white, skin smoothing, different kind of color gradations. You got a lot of cool choices down here. If you want to use picture-in-picture right down here at the bottom, if you select that here, you can put you, records what's in front of you, like I mentioned in the beginning, and it puts you on the screen like this. So I can zoom myself in, make myself bigger, zoom into the background. A lot of cool choices right in there. You also have the ability down here to use a virtual background. So like we said in the beginning, if something, you want to take a screenshot of, do that, hit this button here, and then it's going to put it behind you just like this. And when you're done and you're ready to merge these clips into one video, just select the blue button to the top right. It's going to merge everything together, and then you're going to have a finished copy on your phone, and you have the ability to upload this video into the Dubb platform by clicking the blue upload button, just like that. Now, you also have the ability too that when you're on the Dubb mobile app and you're in the home area, you can send videos from here. So I can just select the video that I want. I can click the blue button here, it says share video, click copy for email, copies it to my clipboard, paste it. I can click copy for SMS, copy to clipboard, paste it. I can also select the block icon to the top right above the video, that's your email one, and select the paper airplane icon at the top, that is your SMS. Now, if you do have a CRM that you love, okay, say you got like a, you have a HubSpot or you have a Salesforce or you have a, a Go High Level or something like that, and you have these platforms and you want to continue to use them, but you'd like to add video, you can do that because we have a lot of integrations with different third-party senders and CRMs. If you can see the list right here, where we got a ton of these. So just keep what you love, just add video to it. Now, if you do want to use Dubb as a CRM, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, you can do tags, you can do bulk sending with email and SMS. You even can do automations. So as part of our Pro Plus plan, you can do drip sequences where when you sign up for Dubb, you're part of a drip sequence. It's like a 12 or 13 email sequence that you get. You have the ability to do that. So Pro and Pro Plus, those are two big differences. Pro Plus has a lot of automations, whereas Pro is the more basic side of that with campaign sending. Now, here in the middle, you also can do AI writing. So as we see our AI guide here, Auto, like I mentioned in the beginning, Auto can support you with Dubb questions. You could say, hey, Auto, how does the desktop work? Or how do I use the Chrome extension? Hey, how do I use the mobile app? It can answer all those questions. It also can answer strategy questions. If I'm in recruiting and I'm like, hey, what are the 5 best videos to make for candidate videos? It'll give you that here as well. Now, a cool function of our AI in here is this little profile feature. So notice it says basic and sales. So a lot like we talked about with the preset landing pages in the beginning, how we want those separate landing pages for different parts of our audience. You can do the same thing right here. So if I was in real estate and I work with buyers and sellers, just that basic split, I could create a buyer profile, seller profile. And when I create it, I'm just answering questions that the AI has about this part of my audience. So I save it. Now the AI is educated. So if I want Auto to write a script for me, like a newsletter, right? Or I'm reaching out for a video script, all I have to do is just select the audience that I want, make sure I got it selected, so the AI can remember everything about my audience. And then I can say, hey, Auto, write me a video script about blah, blah, blah. It writes it. And then Auto will even ask you, hey, do you want me to save this into the platform for you? Yes. And then you can load it right into a teleprompter and use it. And that's a very consistent workflow that we do all the time. Now, you also have this option down here to the bottom left as well. This is referrals. So down here to the bottom left, there's a little apply now button. So if you love using Dubb, we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes through that referral link right down there at the bottom that you would share. So 30% recurring com. We're very supportive of our partners. If you ever have a group of folks together and you want us to come in and pitch, just let me know. If you know 4 or 5 people professionally and you're already paying for Dubb, get them in here to the live training, dubb.com/T. And then they subscribe. Next thing you know, you got a free account and we're paying you instead of you paying us. So it's a nice kind of little thing that we're able to do, and we're super supportive of it. Now, also, if in the training over here to the right, there is a link here. This second link, which is our training library, it's called Dubb Academy. So if you need to go through and check these out, these are great videos for learning. They're all labeled right here. Also, Dubb Support, which I mentioned in the beginning, our YouTube support channel. You can go right on here, and there's tons of videos in here. They're all labeled in terms of what we do. The longer ones are the live trainings, and there's some shorter bits, like you see Darius right here doing his thing right there. But at the end of the day, it's really about looking at your use case and then the technology that lines up with it. That's really what you want. Okay, so let me come over here. Hey, Ina. How are you? Ina's here from our team, I believe. Hey, Ina.
Hey.
Yay. So what do we got going on? Let's see. Do we have any Q&A stuff? What do we got going on in here? Let's see.
We have a lot in our chat.
Okay, let's see. Let's roll it back. All right, let's see. Let's see if Elizabeth. Is Elizabeth still in here? Let's see. Do I see Elizabeth? Elizabeth. Yes. Hey, Elizabeth. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Let's see. You should be able to unmute if you want to, Elizabeth, on your side.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. How are you?
Doing great. Just absorbing a lot of information that from the videos, trying to learn from the videos and your presence while you're recording something and the dashboard. And also I have to download the app, but I'm fairly new. This is my second training, I believe.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. Look, for something very specific about you, ask like, how do I show up in front and have the listing behind you, right? So you can do it really in 2 ways. So when you can do this here, let me share my screen. So let's say you are inside of Dubb, right? You're in here. You're inside the Dubb platform. 2 ways to do it. You can click the little button up here at the top, opens up your webcam, right? And then you can go right down here. See where it says virtual background? Click that right there. And then it says your photos right here. Click here. And this is where you would upload the screenshots of the property. Screenshots that you've already taken, upload them in here. Then it creates this little library right here. So let's pretend that this is the property, right? Or the listing. Just select it. And now it puts it behind you just like this, like that. Does that make sense?
Yes, but if you have like a slideshow, you can do that, or a quick video, you can do that too. And then you just narrate part of the video.
Well, look,
like
if you want to do
5 bedrooms, whatever.
Yeah, if you want to do like if you pull up like a slide deck, right? You could use the desktop app for that, where you put yourself in a bubble. Like, let's pretend like, even if it was a website like this, let's pretend you pulled up like a market update and it had all the properties in here, right? You could just click this little button right up here, the Chrome extension, puts you on the page like this, right? Let's see, you should be able to see me right here. There I am. So you can put me right in here. I could hit record, right? Here we go. I'm on the page. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Here we go. And I could say, hey, listen, check out these properties right here. So I'm going to click on properties. I pop over here, and then I could start explaining it and walking through what I want to show. And then I could be in the bubble kind of walking through that in terms of what I want to show. So it's really just about being on the page. Sorry, the Chrome's a little, I don't know what's going on with it. But yes, you are able to do this. So you can either be in a bubble like this, where you can be on the page talking about properties, or you can be on just the webcam and have the screenshot behind you. So if you have a slide deck that's like this, where you have properties, right? You're scrolling through, you can use the Chrome, or you can use the desktop app. Either be in the bubble pointing things out, or you can have a still screenshot behind you on the webcam. Did that make sense?
Yes, can you do like, if you have like a quick video of the property and then you want to say this is a magnificent pool in the back side, whatever.
Yeah.
Then can you have like a slide video, like a video of like 30 seconds or something while you narrate that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, what you can do is just pull up the video, right? And the desktop app was having a little issue earlier. I couldn't show you the cropping, but what you can basically do is you can do something like this. You can pull up a video anywhere you have the video. It could be like an MP4, it could be on YouTube, wherever you have it. And you can pull the video up. Like if this was the video right here, let's just grab this one. You could take, like, pretend this is the video you have, right? You could totally just come over here, crop around this thing. Like with the desktop app, it gives you the ability to crop. This is the screen recorder here. And see me cropping. Can you see me cropping?
Yes, I can.
Yep, just do that. Go right around the video. Put yourself right here. Imagine this is showing a property, right? And just showing that, right? Hit record. And then you're able to play the video like this. I'll put it on mute. But just imagine this is the property, right? I'm doing my thing. Hey, check this out here. And the video is playing and I'm narrating over it. See? Like that. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And like I said, if you want to send a test over, feel free to send something to us. Feedback at Dubb, that email I put in the chat before. Send us an example. You can always give you feedback.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then let's see. I saw Mark. Let's see. Is Mark still here? Mark Young. I think Mark might have left. We'll have to answer his questions. I see. Jose has your hand up though. Go ahead, Jose. How are you, Jose? You can unmute if you want to, Jose Lopez. If you can hear me, okay. Looks like I'm not sure. Jose, if you can hear me okay, you can unmute if you like to. And then I saw your hands up. So if you want to say hello or if you had a question. Yeah, I'm not sure why. You might have to type in the chat there, Jose, if you can hear me okay. Elizabeth, anything in the Q&A do we have in there? Or is that...
Let's see, Elizabeth, Mark. Frank has a question about checking. He's checking if this is compatible with an iPad Pro. Yeah, you can use the Dubb mobile app on the on your iPad. That works. However, it works landscape portrait, but you can play around it, and then you can also access dubb.com on the browser to for you to be able to see your the dashboard and all the other videos if you want to share it that way.
Does that help, Frank? If you can hear okay, Frank? If you want to unmute.
Yeah, it does. And I use Follow Up Boss as my primary CRM.
Nice. We got a little Dubb button in there. We got a little Dubb button right inside there when you want to send.
Okay. So I'm looking at this platform strictly for text messaging and emails, but primarily text messaging.
Yeah.
And seeing how it's compatible, how it's when they open it up, what do they see? Can they click through and schedule an appointment through my calendar? What, can I direct them to different links? I used to use a platform called Video Ask, which is from the UK.
Yeah.
But I need something a little bit more technical.
Yeah.
That one is a little confusing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm really interested in.
Well, the SMS part of it, for Follow Up Boss, I mean, Follow Up Boss has its own SMS sending within that platform, right? I believe it does.
Yes, I think they use Twilio based with Darius, so you get to use their phone number and to send out a Dubb video, you can just add the link in there. But if you want to enforce a preview, you may need to download the GIF and then upload it in the SMS section. However, I think it will look like mostly an MMS since it's a GIF attachment or a still thumbnail, whichever you choose, and then the link will still be there. So
with Follow Up Boss, am I creating the video message through Dubb, then converting it to a link, and then copying and pasting that link into Follow Up Boss's text
Follow Up
messaging.
Boss. Correct. That's right.
And then sending that out, and then they can click on that because Follow Up Boss doesn't have a video portion on their text messaging.
Yeah.
They don't even have a voice recording kind of. I do a lot of voice texts because it seems super easy for clients to respond versus typing out a 2-page text, right? They just do a voice text.
And they hear your voice, which is nice. So.
Yeah, adding the video side of it will be intriguing to me.
Yeah, definitely. Anything that brings kind of the whole picture together, which is kind of the whole idea,
Can you show by chance what it would look like when someone opens it up on their phone? And
so it would look like, I have an example right here on here, but if they're going to get it, it's kind of this simple description we show where if it's a contact that has not been contacted before, then it would show a link. It wouldn't show the preview. So if you do permission-based sending, where if you contacted my phone and said, "Hey, Rob, it's Frank. Listen, we talked about blah, blah, blah. Can I send you a video?" And I say, "Yeah, go ahead." Then you send it to me, and then I'm going to see the preview. And then it's clickable and everything. If you sent me something, you just sent me a Dubb video, and you didn't say anything, right? It would only show as a link. But if I responded back, then it would show up, and it's clickable. It's just the phones have to communicate with one another for that to work. You technically can download the animated GIF, the GIF, the animated 3-second thing. You can technically, as a workaround, download that and send it, where it's the link and the GIF. The GIF won't take them anywhere, but they'll at least be able to see that visual there. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If we're strangers, you have to ask me, "Can I send you a video?" And then I'll see the preview. If you send it to me, and you don't ask for, you say, "Hey, can I send you a video?" It's going to show as that link. It won't show that preview unless I respond back. Then it shows up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Even if someone I talked with via text 2 years ago.
No, you should be fine then. If the phone's communicated, then you should be good.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why a lot of the, like the newsletter stuff or the updates with contacts, that always works good because you've already communicated.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that clear it up, or does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I still need to take a deep dive into the platform.
Yeah, just take it. You have Follow Up Boss. If you want to send us an example, just send us over one. Feedback at Dubb. Send us something, and at least we can look at it.
How long is the trial period?
7 days. 7 days, but you can extend it though. If you need more time, just let the team know. Support at Dubb, and then we can extend it for you.
And I look for pricing on your guys' website. I don't think I found it.
If you go to dubb.com/pricing, that will pull it up. But what I would do is, if you want us to, we can send you our best deal. So I was saying in the beginning, if you want to put in the chat upgrade, then we can send you our best deal when you're on the free trial to make sure you're getting, you're paying the less that you want to pay. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Frank, anything else? Anything else on your mind?
Nope, that's it.
All right, sweet. And then I saw Mike ask, how do you download the GIF on the mobile app? So let me just show you really quick how you do that. So on the mobile, let me just share my screen here really quick. Whoops. Wrong one. Hold on. Share. I share and I care. Here we go. All right. So mobile app. Here we go. All right. So if I want to say I'm going to send this video right here, right? And I drop down here. See this 3-dot menu? Mike, this is for you if you can hear me okay. 3-dot menu right here below the video, right there. Download GIF. Select that one right there and it downloads the GIF.
Got it. Thanks so much, man. That helps.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's a nice little workaround. Cool. Well, do we have anything else, Ina? Does anyone else have any questions before we go? Is anything on anyone's mind before we head out for the rest of the day? I know, Jose, you have your hand up. I wish I could hear from you, but it looks like you can't unmute. So if you want to email us at support@Dubb, we can get back to you whatever you have the question on.
Zachary has a question in the Q&A. Where is the CRM PC Recruiter to connect Dubb connection? I'm not that familiar with PC Recruiter. Let me check here. If ever, we might need to connect with them. Zachary, oh, there, PC Recruiter. I see it now. Yeah, it is in the Dubb Chrome extension. I'll reach out to you through email to get that if Rob not be able to show it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's right here. I can show you the. Let me show you real quick. Right.
Okay.
Let me close this. So Ina just made sure I'm in the right spot here. So let me show you. So Dubb. Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna show through Chrome. So if you have, what's it called? What's it called again? What recruiter?
PC Recruiter.
Okay. So if you had PC Recruiter opened up, like pretend we're in PC Recruiter, right? Like in here.
Okay.
And see the little Chrome extension up here at the top, the recorder that we looked at earlier?
Yep.
This little button.
Yes.
So open that here, and then in here, let's say this is the video you want to send, right? You want to drop it in there.
Okay.
This one. So go to here, go to advanced options, and then click optimize for, and then PC Recruiter should pop up in here automatically because you'd be logged in. See it right there?
I'm
See that?
trying to follow along, and I don't see exactly.
Oh, you have PC
link
Recruiter open? You have it open
at
on your end?
Zoom.
Okay. Let me see.
But if you have links to it, that'd be great.
Yeah, we can send you a tutorial on it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send you something.
If you can do a tutorial would be great.
Yep.
And then also, I also had that question about the whiteboard. I'm like, oh, he's talking about it, and you were so quick and you showed it so fast, I couldn't take notes.
Yeah. Let me show you. Let me show you. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, let me show you here. So let's go back. Okay. So when I was holding up the whiteboard, right? Like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So create video up here at the top.
Okay.
That opens up the webcam. And that's your basic recorder right here. You know, you can do the virtual background behind you just by clicking that.
Do most people use their regular phone and camera, or do they use their Apple phone? Or I'm sorry, their laptop or their phone?
You know, either webcam or mobile, you mean? Like either one of these?
Yeah, exactly. Mobile, yeah.
A lot of people are on desktop. So they'll hit record and just do it right here. You know, because it's kind of easier. You're sitting on your computer and you're able to do it.
Okay, yeah.
But the mobile app is really specific in terms of certain things that people want. So you end up being a little more specific. But this is the most basic way to record something, just like this.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, here's the mobile. So get the, do you have Android or iPhone or what do you have?
I have an Apple. I have two Apple phones. Actually, I've saved one so I can use teleprompters. But now you guys have a teleprompter.
Yeah. A lot of people that have Big View are like, oh wait, you got that too, and you got a landing page. Okay, I'll just do that. So yeah. So get the Dubb app, DUBB-APP, and when you have
I do have the Dubb app. Yeah.
Here it is right here. See right here. This button right up here at the top. See that square button with the person right in the corner?
Okay. Yes.
Once you tap that, that is where you can type. So when you type it out, right? Type it, turn it, and then it automatically turns, just like this.
Okay, so I am in. Okay, I'm in there. Okay, no, I have seen that before.
Yep. That's how you do it. Type it and turn it. And just make sure when you do use it, you know, and you're delivering your message, make sure when the video begins, start speaking as soon as it stops, hold it for a second, and then just keep going. Put it down and keep talking. So it's not one of those situations where you're just being quiet and holding it. You're like, hey, 3, 2, 1, and you're already starting to talk and you're doing that, and then you start saying your thing. So yeah, just like a combo. That way it's not like you're holding it, not saying anything. You're actually starting to speak as you're using it. It's kind of like a natural flow to it.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense? Or do you see it there on your phone?
I'm looking at it on my phone right now. I said something funny and my colleagues laughed, and I can see how it could be really helpful if you're original about it.
Yeah, you just have to have, like I said, the hook part's big. You know, get into ChatGPT, get into Auto on Dubb. Just get in there and say, give me some hooks. You know?
Yeah.
So that's all you gotta do. Yeah. Cool. Well, anybody else have any questions? You know what? I see Jose actually typed something in. I use Sam workflow secret, but waiting for the webhook. Do you see that, Ina, down the bottom from Jose?
Yeah. I see it. For the webhook, I need to check that with Darius, or the tech team on that, Jose, and then I'll reach out to you through email.
Cool. Hope that helps, Jose. Anybody before we go? We're past the top of the hour. It's been a fun one. Good. Anybody before we go? Going once, going twice, going thrice? All right, cool. Well, listen, YouTube support. That link I put in there earlier. Go back to the training later, pull up the part you want to see, isolate the use case, isolate the tech, and send us something of feedback. We always love checking it out. So, Everybody, thanks for coming in. Ina, thanks for the support as always. And we will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Rec-